Welcome to week 1 practice problems. So before I start some practice problems, we will review on some formula and some fact. First of all, we know that we have the square root of -1 equal to I, imaginary number. And we also have square root of -1 square, that is I square, and that equal to -1. Okay, let's start it. Number 1. We have square root of -4. We want to simplify it. That will be equal square root of 4 is 2, right? And then multiply by square root of -1. That gives a 2I. So when we have the square root of some number, negative number, square root of some negative number, so negative number, that can be rewrite as square root of that number multiplied by square root of -1, and that becomes square root of that number and then multiply by I. All right, for the next questions, number 2, we may have square root of 90A. When you want to find the square root of some number, thinking about, can I break that number down in some number square? That's, I mean, you can have like a number A equals some B square times C, something like that form, so that you can easier break down when you put it under the square root. And then you have like B times square root of C. So we have to think about what is number B and number C. In this case, 98 is like even number, so I was thinking about if I divide by 2, I will get 49. And 49 is 7 square. That's really nice number. So I can rewrite it as square root of 49 times 2. And that equal to square root of 49 times square root of 2. That equal to 7 square root of 2. So question number 3. If we have negative square root of 25. Now be careful. This one is not imaginary number because the negative is outside of the square root. It doesn't under the square root. So we'll keep the negative and then just take the square root of 25, which is 5. Okay, number 4. Feel free to pause the video and try it yourself. We have negative square root of negative 49. So now we have to notice that the negative outside of the square root is still stay there. So for this negative, we keep it stay, that negative. All right. Now the negative inside, that I, right? Negative inside right here, that is become I. And then we have the square root of 49. Square root of 49 is 7. So negative 7i. If we break down, it will be like negative square root of 49 times square root of negative 1, and that is negative 7i. Okay? So now question number 5. Square root of negative 20. Now we have to break down 20 because square root of 20's no numbers can represent like when it's square equal 20. That's not like perfect square. So we find out 20 is 4 times 5. And then we can see that 4 is 2 square. 2 times 2 is 4. Then times 5. So now when we root both sides, we root off that, we will have. And also don't forget the negative, right? So we will rewrite it at square root of 20 times square root of negative 1. That equal to square root of 4 times 5 times square root of negative 1. And square root of 4 times square root of 5 times square root of -1, that is 2i square root of 5. All right, number 6. Negative square root of -48, that equal to, now thinking about break it down. So in my mind, I know that we have the negative outside. I keep it out, still keep it, rewrite it. The inside we have square root of the 48 is 16, which is 4 square, multiplied by 3. And then multiply by the -1 because we have the negative under the square root. So that will be -4 square root of 3, but don't forget the I. All right, now we continue with question number 7. Cube root of -27. And also note here, the cube root can be negative. They can have the negative under the cube root. So we have to thinking about -27. What number when you cube it? And it have to be the negative number, right? 27. And we figured out that is 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. And don't forget this one is Q. And this one equal -3. Now question number 8. We have square root of 98. We add square root of 18 plus square root of 50. And that equal 2. So how we break it down? Usually I was thinking about the square of those numbers. 2 square equal 4, 3 square equal 9, 4 square equal 16, 5 square is equal 25, 6 square 36, 7 square is 49. A squared is 64. And 9 squared is 81. 10 squared is 100. Now, we did the square root of 98 in question number 2. That is 49. Square root of 49. This is square root of 49 times square root of 2. For 18, 18 is what? 18 is square root of 9 times square root of 2. 9 times 2, 18. Now 50 is square root of 25 times square root of 2. And you can see they have the common factor is square root of 2, right? So I can rewrite it. Square root of 98 is square root of 49, which is 7. Square root of 2. At 18 is square root of 9 times square root of 2. Square root of 9 is 3 times square root of 2. 25 is square root of 25 is 5. And then times square root of 2. That equals 7 plus 3 plus 5 times square root of 2. And is equal to 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 5 is 15 square root of 2. All right. Now we try number 9. 4 square root of 45 plus 7 square root of 2 of 12 minus 11 square root of 300 plus 3 square root of 20. Now again, we break it down. So 45 we can make 9 times 5 is 45. So we break the 45 down. So we have 4 times square root of 9 times square root of 5. Okay. For 7 and times square root of 12, we have 7. Rewrite it. 7. Then square root of 4. Yes. Square root of 3. Now 11 and 300. So will be 11, negative 11. Don't forget the sign. Times square root of 100 times square root of 3. And then the last one, we have 3 square root of 4 square root of 5. Okay. Now we can do 4 times square root of 9, which is 3. So 4 times 3 is 12 square root of 5. This is 4 times 3. Okay. Continue with 7 And square root of 4, we have 7 times 2 plus 7 times 2 is 14. Seven times 2 is 14, square root of 3. Now continue, minus 11 times 10, square root of 100 is 10. So 110 square root of 3. Here, negative 11 times 10. Here is 7 times 2. Okay, now 3 times square root of 4 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So add 6 square root of 5. Now combine like term. We see that we have the square root of 5 term right here, square root of 5 term right here. And then we have square root of 3, right, for the rest. So we will group it. This one equal 12 and 6 square root of 5. And then we adding 14 minus 110 square root of 3. This one is equal to 18 square root of 5 at, actually it will be negative because we have the big negative 110, right? So this should be negative number. All right. So how do this one quick? I just take 110, subtract 10, then subtract 4 for quick calculate. Okay, so I have negative in front. I just take 110, subtract 10, then subtract 4. That's faster. So 110 subtract 10 is 100. 100 subtract 4. 96 square root of 3. Okay. Now number 10. Okay, now number 10. We have 5 plus 2i plus 8 plus 5i. First, we notice that this one is not multiplications, right? So we just have to first get rid of the parenthesis, right? So in front of the 5 plus 2i, nothing is mean the side positive. So that will be keep the same. Equal 5 plus 2i. Now the plus side right here, the positive side, when we distribute, it looks like the positive 1 in the front of the parenthesis. So whenever we distribute inside parenthesis, it will be the same. So it will be positive a positive 5i. Here, plus 1 multiplied by a plus 5i. Have negative 1. I mean positive 1 times positive a is a, positive 1 times positive 5i is will be positive 5i. Right. Now we combine like term, number with the I together, right? So 5 plus 8, 5 plus 8 is 13. Add 2i and 5i is 7i. Now number 11. We have negative 14. So 2i minus 7 minus 13i. And then we noted that this is not multiplications. So yes, we distribute. Now that will be look like let's put this on the side so it's not messed up. Okay, so this one will be look like negative 1 times 7 minus 13i. When we distribute, we will have negative 1 times positive 7, that negative 7, then negative 1 times negative 13i is will be positive 13i's. So remember the rule of the sign. When you have a negative number, times the negative number, that produce a positive number. Positive times positive, that positive as well. So it's the same side that make it positive. Okay. Now different side, like negative times positive, positive times negative, that different side, right? That will be produced, like negative number, okay? So here we have positive and negative, make it negative. We have negative with negative, that make positive right here. Yep. Continue with this. So we open the parenthesis. In front is positive, so we keep the same inside. in front that negative, and we already distribute it right here. That will be minus 7 plus 13i. Now combine like term. Negative 14 and negative 7 make it negative 21. 2 i's and 13 i's is positive 15i. All right, number 12. We have 4 plus 7i add 5 minus 3i minus negative 11 minus 6i. Do the same. It's 4 plus 7i. Now that positive, right? That positive, that the positive side right here. So that will be keep the same inside. That negative is change the sign inside, so that will be become positive 11 positive 6i. Okay, that distribution. Now combine like term. 4 at 5 is 9, at 11 is 20. Now 7i minus 3i is 4i. 4i plus 6i is 10. Okay, number 13. We have 6 minus 7i minus negative 3 minus 9i minus 1 plus 16i. Alright, now that equal, open the parenthesis in front is positive, so 6 keep the same minus 7i. Now the next one, they have the negative, so make sure distribute it, change the sign inside, right? So plus 3 plus 9i. The same here, that negative 1, that negative 16i. Combine like term. 6 at 3 is 9, minus 1 is 8. Negative 7i plus 9i is 2i. 2 minus 16i, 2i minus 16i is minus 14i. Now 14. We have 7 times 2 minus 5i. 7, positive 7, positive 2, make it positive 14. Positive 7, negative, make it negative. Positive with negative is negative. 7 times 5 is 35i. Right, 7 times 5i, 35i. All right, 15. We have 7i times 2i. Number with number, right? So 7 times 2, 14. I times I square. And remember, I square is negative 1. That make it negative 14 at the result. Okay. Number 16, we have 4i times 3 plus 7i. Okay, now we distribute. So 4i times 3. 4 times 3 is 12i. Okay, now 4i times 7i, so 4 times 7, positive 28. I times I is I square. Remember, I square, negative 1, so that will be rewrite as 12i at 28. Is that at 28? Nope, right? Times negative 1. So it will be becomes minus 28 plus 12i. This one is right in form of a plus bi, right? So the real number, the real part, and then the I part. Okay. Number 17. We will have 4 minus 5i times 7 plus 2i equal 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 2i, ai. Negative 5i times 7, negative 35i. Negative 5i times 2i is negative 10i squared. Okay, now remember the I square, that negative 1. So this one becomes positive 10. So we have 28 plus 10 is 38 real part, and then ai minus 35i. Okay, we can take minus 35 add 5 add 3. So that becomes negative 30, add 3, negative 27. So that will be minus 27i. Okay, 18. Negative 3 plus 2i times 5 minus 7i equal minus 15 plus 21i plus 10i minus 14i squared. Okay, how we get that? Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Negative 3 times negative 7i, make it positive 21i. 2i times 5 is 10i. 2i times negative 7i is negative 14i squared. And remember, the I squared is negative 1, so we have negative 15. This part is positive 14. So equal negative 1, negative 15 add 14 is negative 1. 21i plus 10i is 31i. Okay, number 19. We have 5 plus 6i times 5 minus 6i. Okay, remember, if we have two real numbers, a plus b times a minus b, that equal a squared minus b squared. So if we have a plus bi times a minus bi square, not square, that will be equal to a square plus b square. All right. Now we see that here is a plus b I, a minus b I. So a in this case is 5 and b is 6. This one equal to a is 5 square plus 6 square, that 25, 36, 61. Number 20. We have negative 7 plus 2i negative 7 minus 2i. Now we want to make a is the whole thing. That is a. Here is a. This is b. This is b. Okay, so we still use that. So we have negative 7 is a all square. Okay, negative 7 all square. And then you adding the b square is 2 square. That 49. Remember, negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Add 4 equal 53. You can use the method 49, add 1, add 3. So that is 4. I break 4 down in term 1 plus 3. So 49 add 1 is 50, and then add 3, 53. Number 21. So remember, you can copy down all the red formula or like note fact in this practice problems into like on another paper, so you can use it as cheat sheet when you do the homework or review for the test or study for the test. Okay, number 21, we have 15 divided by divide 3 plus I. 15 divide 3 plus I. So in this type of question, we need to conjugate, right? So how it works is we multiply by conjugate. So 3 minus I is conjugate, but remember to divide by the same thing. So when you cancel out, it doesn't change the questions. You will notice that how we get the term 3 minus the expression 3 minus i's, because we have 3 plus I at the bottom and we don't want to see I at the denominator. So when you multiply by the conjugations, that will make it becomes like I squared term in the denominator, and I squared term is negative 1. So we have 15 times 3 minus I on the top. At the bottom, we have 3 plus I times 3 minus I. So we use that formula right here. So we have A is 3, so 3 square plus this one is 1. Okay, 1 square. So we have 15 times 3 is 45 minus 15i over that, right? So 9 plus 1. And then 45 divided by 10 minus 15 divided by 10 I. Now it belongs to the questions in MATLAB. Sometimes they will tell you they accept the decimal at the answer, or they accept like the fractions. In terms of the decimal, you can see that it divided by 10. It's easy to write out at 4.5 minus 1.5i. But in terms of the fractions, we have to simplify that fractions, right? So 45 and 10, you can divide by 5 and then get 9 over 2. Minus 15 over 10 is 3 over 2. Reduce top and bottom by 5. Okay, number 22. We have 2 minus 7i over 4 minus 5i. Multiply by conjugate and get what is the conjugate. So 4, yes, plus 5i. Because this one is right here is 4 minus 5i, and it's going to be multiplied by the opposite, right? So 4 plus 5i. Now on the top, we have 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5i is 10i. Negative 7i times 4. Negative 20ai. Minus 7i times 5i. That make it negative 35i squared. And be careful of the I square. You can simplify it into negative 1. That the top, the bottom, we have 4 minus 5i, so a minus bi, right? Times a plus bi, so our a number is a equal 4, so 4 squared plus 5 is b, 5 squared. Now at the top, simplify it. That make it, the I square is negative 1, make this one equal positive 35. Add 8. So you can add 5 and add 3, 43. Right? Okay, now for I, 10i minus 28i. So that will be 18, negative 18i over 41. This one 16, this one 25. And we redraw at 43 over 41 minus 18 over 41i. Okay, number 23. Before we start number 23, let's review some method, right? We have the AC method. So remember, we have the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So we have to figure out the coefficients. And we need a number present as square. multiply by another numbers that equal A times C. Also, when you add those numbers, you'll get B. Let's draw this is a number right here in different colors, so you know that it's two different numbers. Maybe the same, but usually it will be different. Okay, number one, number here, right there. All right, and how we rewrite that? After you finding the blue and the red number, you can rewrite that A x squared plus blue, that your B, right? X number X plus C, because this one is BX. Then we group it. Here, let's do number 23. So we have negative 45 is our C, our A is 1. The coefficients, here A equal 1, C equal negative 45, and B is 4. All right, now we have negative 45 is A times C. We have that number right here, that negative 45. Our A is 1 times negative 45 times C, negative 45, negative 45. Now find the two numbers that add up to 4 as well. So thinking about 9 and 5, we will have negative 9, a positive 9 times 5, right, or negative 5. Negative 9 times 5, 9 times negative 5, make it negative 45. But which one make it positive 4 when it add up? This case, right? So we can have 9 minus 5 is 4. Then 9 times 5 is 45, negative 45, that's negative 5 right here. Okay, so now we rewrite it as equal x squared plus 9x minus 5x. That 9x minus 5x is 4x minus 45. Now we group. I may just group the first one, the first two. Then minus 5x plus 45. And if you wonder why this one from negative become positive, because when I grouping it, I use the parenthesis and then I take that negative out. That negative and that negative I take it out. So when I distribute this negative inside, they go back to negative 5x and then negative 45. So continue to factor. The first one, I take x out. I have left x plus 9 minus, I will take 5 out. I have left with x plus 9. Well, now x plus 9 is the common factor. We take it out, x plus 9. The first one we have left with x, the second with 5. Here we go. Okay. Number 24. X squared minus 13x plus 30. So a times c is 30. And then negative 10 times negative 3, also 30, right? But then their sum is negative 13, and that's what we want. So we rewrite that as x squared minus 10x minus 3x plus 30. Group the first two, right? And then this one will becomes x squared minus 10x. That negative take out. We have 3x minus 30. The same method. So when you take out the negative, it's look like this. So negative 3x plus 30. When you take the negative 1 out, you will have negative 1, right, times 3x minus 30. And because the negative 1 in front, so we just write negative 3x minus 30. All right. So this one becomes, we will take x out. So we're left with x minus 10. We take 3 out. We have x minus 10 as well. Now the common is x minus 10. We multiply by x minus 3. Number 25. Three x squared minus 2x minus 8. Okay, now AC methods. We have a times c is 3 times negative 8, negative 24. Now, two number add up to negative 2. That should be minus 6, right? Times 4. Because negative 6 add 4 is negative 2. So rewrite this one at 3x squared plus 4x minus 6x minus 8. Okay, so group the first two. You have 3x squared plus 4x minus 6x plus a. Now 3x plus 4x, the common in x. Left with 3x plus 4 minus 6 and 8, common in 2. Take 2 out. We have 3x plus 4 as well. Now 3x plus 4 in common, take it out. Okay, we left with x minus 2. So you can see in this case, my blue number is -10. In this case, my blue number is 4. The red number is -3, -6. In this case, the red number is -5. The blue number is 9. They can switch the color, but I just want to distinguish it. All right, number 26. We have 10x squared plus 13x plus 4 Okay, A times C is 40. So I can say if I find 5, and then I have A plus 5 is 13. So that's good to go, right? Hold on. Plus 4. Plus 4. Yes, plus 4. Why writing 0 right here? Plus 4. Okay, so now we can rewrite at 10x squared plus ax plus 5x plus 4. Now we group this one. This one, we will have 2x out, and then we left with 5x. We left with 4. Now this one is take the 5x plus 4 out, common factor, multiply by 2x plus 1. Always remember, in front right here is 1. Okay. Feel free to pause the video anytime and thinking about that. think how to solve for a problem before you continue to see the result. So number 27, 4x cubed minus 6x squared minus 18x plus 27. Now for these questions, we have all different degree of x, right? So just group which one is have the common factor. So I can see 27 is 9 and 3, right? 18 is 9 and 2, 6 is 2 and 3, 4 is 2 and 2. So I can group 4x cubed minus 18x because I see that I can take the 2 and left that. Also, the negative 6 and 27, I can take 3 and have the same 2 and 9, right? Okay, so that's my first group. My second group is take the negative out. So we have 6x squared minus 27. Now I take the 2 out first, 2x as well. So 2x squared minus 9. For the second parenthesis, I will take out 3. I got 2x squared left inside minus 9. Now you see that we have the 2x squared minus 9 in common. So take this out. 2x squared minus 9 times 2x minus 3. Number 28, we have ax cubed plus 7x squared plus 32x to 28. Similar, we see that different degrees, so we can group it. So 8 is 8 times 1, 7, 7 times 1. 32 can be 8 times 4. 28 can be 7 times 4. So I will group the 3x cubed plus 32x, the in common of a, right? Plus 7x squared plus 28. Now we take 8x out at the common factor, so we left with x squared plus 4. We take the 7 out, we have x squared plus 4 in here as well. Okay, now x squared plus 4 in common. Take it out. Have left with ax plus 7. Okay, number 29. We're talking about this before. We have x squared minus 25. That is x squared minus 5 squared. That a minus b, a squared minus b squared equal a plus b times a minus b. All right, equal x plus 5 x minus 5. We have 64 x squared minus 49 y squared. Now we have to remember that 64 is a squared, right? A times x all squared will be 64x squared minus 7y squared. Now our a is the whole thing. Here is our a. Here is our b. Okay, let's plug it. We have a plus b times a minus b. A is equal ax in this case, b equals 7y. So this one will be a plus b times a minus b. Okay, 31. How about if we have x to the power of 10 minus 25 over 9? How we simplify this one? How we express this one? The same idea, but remember we have x to the power of m times n is x to the power of m. X to the power of m to the power of n is the same thing as x to the power of m times n. Okay? So I will redraw one more time. X to the power of 5 to the power of 2, because 2 times 5 is 10. And then subtract 25 is 5 squared, 9 is 3 squared. So 5 over 3, the whole thing squared. Now you have the form a squared minus b squared. Okay, x to the power of 5 plus 5 over 3 times x to the power of 5 minus 5 over 3. Number 32. X cubed plus 125. So just now some simple cube. 2 cube is 8. 3 cube is 27. 4 cube is 64. 5 cube is 125. So we rewrite this one as x cubed plus 125 is 5 cubed. And remember this one, if we have a cubed plus b cubed equal that you will have a factor of a plus b, then a squared minus a times b plus b squared. Okay, if it's a cubed minus b cubed, that will become a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. And how to remember it? You will see it's the same thing, right? A cube, b cube. The only difference is the sign. So this side will be the same as the side showing, right? If it's positive, this one will be positive. If it's negative, that one will be negative. And also, this one will be opposite, the opposite side. Okay. This one would be opposite. This one the same side. This one will be different. That's how I remember the formula. Now we continue with this one. We have A is, in this case, is X, A, B. Now use the formula, we will have X. Now plus, so the same side, 5, X squared. Now different side in this position, so minus A is X, times B is 5x, plus 5 squared, 25. Right? Now the last one for today. Number 33. We have X cubed minus 64. Rewrite it as X cubed minus 4 cubed. Now, A is x minus 4 cubed, so that will be the same, minus 4 multiplied by x squared. Now, opposite, so will be positive 4x, A times B, x times 4, 4x plus 4 squared, 16.